in the pit of hell, caught in the crossfire.
Hello, Racetorunway fans. It's your girl Karen here, and of course, race and Racetorunway is, any type of fitness journey. Well, not sure if I told you all, but I have been training for a full marathon all year long. It was something that I wanted to do. I knew it would be hard. I knew the training would be rigorous. I knew I really had to commit. So I did it, y'all. So I ran my first full marathon. It was 26.2 miles. Okay, it was not a joke. It was not a game at all. It was really, really hard, but I did it, and I'm really, really proud of myself for doing it. So I would encourage you all to stay committed. Stay focused, stay determined, and stay, keep your goals in sight. Don't ever let anything or anybody make you lose sight of your goals. This was something I've been training for all year long. It was hot, it was cold, I was tired, I didn't feel like it, but I kept on pushing. So many people gave me so much advice. Oh, well, you should do this, well, you should do that, well, you have to train, you have to run, 30 miles a week. I think I might have ran maybe 22 or 24 miles a week, but I all ran. If you follow me on Instagram, I at least ran 100 miles a month. So I did try to reach that goal. And then they tell you to eat certain things. So everybody had different training plans, but you know what? I had to do what worked for me. I had to train. I got up and I worked out and I ran. I lifted weights. I did a lot of different strength training exercises. I jumped rope. I didn't just stick to just running. I watched what I ate. In another video, I was showing you how I packed my lunch. I was doing it anyway, but I really had to be committed. I couldn't eat a bunch of junk. I couldn't eat a bunch of processed food. I had to drink so much water. I usually would drink a gallon of water, but I had to up it to 2 gallons of water, so I had to stay hydrated. It was just like I had to make myself push hard. I had to push myself harder than I thought I could. I would run in the morning. You all know if you was following me. I run in the afternoon. I didn't really feel like I worked all day. I was tired. I was hungry, and I couldn't eat certain things. So again, it took all of that. It took a lot of pushing and commitment and determination. And I want to encourage you to, set a goal. Your goal may not be 26.2 miles. It may be a 5K. It may be a 10K. It could be just your fitness journey. Because again, Race Runway it could be a physical race, but it also is a fitness journey. It's whatever, your journey is. I just want you to stay committed. Don't let people deter you. Even with those people that was giving me recommendations and training, I took it, but I didn't necessarily have to apply it because it wasn't going to work for me. I was like, thank you, I appreciate it, but I knew what worked for me. I knew what I needed to do, and I felt like running 100 miles a month was more than enough training, vice running 35 miles in one iteration or 35 miles a week, because I knew I was barely making 5 miles a day running. So I knew that was just going to be really, really hard. And plus, I actually have a life. My mom, I'm a wife, and I work a full-time job. So, it was just no more hours, and I had to sleep. I love to sleep. So I know I just had to sleep. And now I understand there were some things I had to sacrifice, but your girl was still getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, getting to the gym, and I was running in the dark, in the cold, in the heat. I even cut some of my races back because usually I would have a race every month. I cut some of my races back, specifically in the summertime, so I could definitely just continue to commit to running and training. If I can do it, you can do it. I just want you to know, believe in yourself and know. In a million years, I never even would have thought that I could run a full marathon. Mind-boggling. It was like, really, I can do this. No one's going to stop me. I actually made my mind up last year because I volunteered at the Marine Corps Marathon last year, and I saw older people. I'm not talking about like 50 or 60. I'm talking about like 70 and 80 years old coming, saying this was their 5th and 6th marathon they had ran, and my mouth was dropping. Like, really? Are you serious? But I'm like, they can do it, I can do it. I saw wounded warriors out there. I saw little kids out there, so it was emotional. It was exciting. It's definitely the people's marathon. All the Marines was out there, all of the police, and first responders was out there, all the television broadcasters, news anchors, everybody was out there supporting us, cheering us on. It was people everywhere. It was like a huge parade. People were walking, people were running, people were just trying to get through it. But it was just all shapes and sizes, all ages, all colors, ethnicity, background. I mean, nothing mattered. Everybody was out there for one goal. It was so much camaraderie. It was so exciting. I loved being out there. I loved seeing so many people pushing themselves, and everybody wanted to make it to the finish line. And it was so funny because everybody had on different shirts, and they were, honoring the fallen veterans. They were honoring breast cancer survivors. They were out there just honoring everybody, police, people who had passed away in duty. So, I mean, it was just, so one guy on his shirt said, "We will all start together and we will all finish together." And I thought that was like the most fitting, words on his shirt, because we all started together. It didn't matter what time because you had 7 hours to complete it. So you figure, oh, that's not enough time. You need every minute and every hour to get through it, because it was hard. It was hills, because of course you're running with the Marines, so it's not like they're gonna make it easy for you. It was hills on every turn, and I was like, woo, I'm tired. But you know what? I kept going because I kept seeing so many people, they were going. So I'm like, surely I'm not gonna let somebody else beat me. We all gonna cross the finish line together. But I mean, you have to find your motivation. You have to find what works for you, and you have to stay committed. You cannot let people deter you. You cannot let people, break your spirit. Like, oh no, you can't do that. Why you want to run a marathon? You're not running it. I'm running it. So what does it matter? Like, why are you mad? Like, it don't have nothing to do with you. And I had to block those people out of my life. I had to cut those people off because they were negative. I don't need negative people. People in their little attitude, well, I'm not gonna go out there and run. I'm not asking you to run with me. I'm telling you I'm running a marathon. I'm not asking you to do anything but support me. And supporting is free. So if you can't do that, deuces. Peace out. I don't need that. For real. Because I need I'm all about my high playlist. Okay, let me tell you something. Busta Rhymes, Mary J. Blige, Beyonce, they all got me through them hours of running. There was 6 hours of straight running. It was hard. But if I was hungry, I stopped and eat. If I had to go to the bathroom, I stopped to go to the bathroom. If I felt like I got a cramp in my leg, I stopped and I stretched my legs. It was just that comfortable, and I was able to regulate my pace. Unlike a half marathon, you all know I run half marathons too. They give you a time limit, and you have to be at the finish line by a certain time, and it's not 7 hours. Excuse me. You may have 3 hours for a half marathon, depending on the race. But 7 hours, you thought, oh, that's plenty of time. No, it was, even when I came in, it was a whole bunch of people after me, and I was like, ooh, wow, they still running, they still walking, they still trying to get through it. So, I mean, I just want to encourage you to find a goal, and obviously an attainable goal, because again, it took me all year to train for this. An attainable goal, give yourself enough time to train and plan and do it. Don't let anything stop you. You register and you go out there and you do it. You're going to get a medal because you put all this work and this effort, and it's earned. It's not given. And that's what that's what the Marines motto is, You have to go out there and do it, and once you apply the training, trust the training. Trust all the training that you've been doing, and go out there and get it done. And you will definitely feel accomplished like I do. I mean, words just cannot express how proud I am of myself and people that are proud of me. And it makes a difference when you have supporters and people that love you and pushing you to succeed. So I just want to share this with you, and I hope that encouraged you, because I just want you to be great. And I want you to, I don't want you to lose sight on your goals, and I want you to continue on your fitness journey. Have a good day.